Hi guys, in today's tutorial we are going to look at select statement because as a data analyst what you're going to be doing is to analyze data existing in a table or data existing in a database. In previous tutorials we looked at all the concepts that a data analyst needs to know. What is database, what is a table, what is data, different types of RDBMS, and different types of data. So we have laid the theoretical background before getting to this hands-on session. So this is like the second phase of a tutorial or training for data analyst, SQL for data analyst. So from this tutorial going forward, all we are going to be doing is hands-on. And what I mean by hands-on is we are going to be writing queries. We are going to be analyzing data. And in order to analyze data, you need to know how to write structured query language, SQL or SQL. So today we are going to start the hands-on session. We are going to lay the foundation. So in order to analyze data, you need to be able to see the data in a table. If you don't know what a table is or you don't know what a database is, please look for the previous videos on this same tutorial, SQL for data analyst. We've had like 10 tutorials or 11 tutorials before this hands-on session. So if you are not able to meet up with us, if I'm saying something that you don't understand, please look for the previous tutorial so that we can be on the same page. Okay, so before we start analyzing the data we have in our table for this tutorial, the table we are going to be using for this tutorial, the table for this tutorial, we have three tables like I said in the previous tutorial. The first one is employees. So we are going to be analyzing the data in this employees table. We also have departments, and the third one is regions. So these are the three tables we are going to be using to learn SQL. But 80 or 90% of our time will be spent on this table because it has more data. Okay, but before we dive in into analyzing the data in these tables, I want to quickly show you something. Okay, so in order to display data or in order to output data, okay, in order to retrieve data, what exactly is the syntax you need? The syntax you need to display data is called select. Okay, you can see that the color has changed. And before I go on, this is called query editor. This is our playground. So this is where we'll be writing the queries and we'll be seeing the result here. Okay, you can see it's output, data output. So you write your query here, whatever you want to see, and it will be displayed here in the output pan here. Okay, so select is a keyword that you need to know for you to retrieve data from the database or from a table. So you can see select as meaning display or maybe print. Or if you like, you can say show. So once you say select, you want to see something. That's what it means. Okay, so let's say I want to say select. I am a data analyst. Okay, I want to see this. Now, if I run this like this, this is not going to run. This is going to throw error, okay? Because there is a principle that guides all this, and that's what you are going to be learning. So I want you to pay attention to everything I'm going to be doing in this tutorial. Okay, this will show you if you make mistake, your mistake will come on this pen too. You'll be able to see it here, down here. And if your query is successful, you'll be able to see the result. Okay, so this has syntax error. So what do I need to do to fix this? Because select is correct. Like I said, select means display something. I want to see something. Okay, so if I want to see data like this, because it's a string, we talk about data type. You need to put this in a single quote. So this is what we want to see. So let's try this now. There, so I am a data analyst. So this is giving an instruction. The moment you type select, you are giving an instruction to say display this data for me. So this is a string, this is a variant character. That's why we have to put it in quotes. Okay, you can put anything here, whatever you want to see. Maybe I want to see Paul. Select Paul, and I click on run or execute. I'm using PostgreSQL. That's the RDBMS we are using for this. And the admin tool for PostgreSQL is pgadmin. Okay, but the principle of SQL writing query is the same. So you don't need to cram anything. You're not going to cram anything. Just follow through. Make sure you understand everything I say. Believe me, this tutorial, if you pay attention to it and you make out time and you follow it from tutorial 1 to the end. Don't skip any of the videos. You'll be job ready at the end of this tutorial. Everything you need to know about writing SQL, at least for a beginner to an intermediate level, you'll be fine. Okay, so if I want to display Paul and I click on this, I say Paul, and this is showing in one column. What if I want to see another column? What I can do is to put a comma. So this shows that this is column 1, and I want to put another column. I still have to put my quotes, and this time maybe I want to see Peter. So what are you expecting as the output of this? That is, I want to output 2 columns because of this comma. This marks the end of column 1, and this is another column. So let's try this. I click on this. Now we have 2 columns. Can I add the third column? Yes, I can. All I need to do is to put comma. And remember to put this. And maybe I want to see Emily. Okay, whatever you put, it doesn't matter. Okay, and I run. So the foundation I'm trying to lay here is, of course, we are going to be analyzing data in our table, and we are going to be using this select keyword, this same syntax. But I want you to see literally at the very basic level, what exactly is this select doing? Now we are not selecting from any table. We are just printing something on our screen. They just want to see this. That's what we are doing. But for this course, of course, we are going to be selecting from a table. But it's good to start from here so that you know you can also use this select without selecting data from a particular table. This is not coming from any table. You are just saying print this. That's what it means. And I can do it for number too. Okay, I can say select one, that is display one. Now this time is working because for number you don't need to put it in a quote. You don't need to do this. Either you do it, you don't do it. For number is going to work. So why Why waste time? There's no point doing it. But if it's a string character, you need to put that in a quote. So for number, you don't need to. So this will give us 1. And can I do something like this and say 2? So I can take it to the next one and say 3. See? So it can continue like that. And I can do something like this as well. I can say 2, select 2 plus 4. This is giving me 6. Okay, I can I can put this in bracket, in parentheses, and say maybe multiply this by 5. Let's see what we have. It's working. So the essence of this is to output something. So whatever you put there is garbage in, garbage out. Is whatever you put there to be displayed that you're going to see here. Okay. So you can use this to print out number. You can use it to print out a string, whatever data type you have in your table. That's the essence of this select. And it's so powerful because 90% of what you are going to be writing as a data analyst is going to be select statement. So we started the select statement. That's the most basic level is what we've been looking at. 90% of your job, 90% of the SQL you're going to be writing is going to be select. You're not going to be writing create table. Don't forget that we in previous video we talk about what different operations you can use a SQL for, and one of them is just select. We can use it to create an object as well. We can use it to update. We can use it to delete. Okay, but the focus of this for those who want to become a data analyst, those who want to become a data scientist, we're going to be writing select statement all through because that's your job. That's the focus of this course. Okay, so in this tutorial we have learned what select is, that we can use it to output number, we can use it to output data, and if you want to use it to output a string, we need to put that in a column. We've seen an example of that. And you can do any calculation with this. I can still multiply this by 5 or whatever you want to do. That's what select will do for you. Okay. So in the next tutorial, we are going to add to this select. We are going to look at the next keyword that we can use with this select. So in the next tutorial, we're going to be selecting from our employees table. We're going to be selecting from employees table. Okay, in the next tutorial. Thank you for watching. I will see you in the next one.